Jessica Damasa with WTF Health. I'm here at the Barcelona Health Hub, and joining me right now I have MARTA ZANCHI. She is the managing partner for Nina Capital, which is an investment fund, early Series A fund in healthcare, correct?
Seed stage fund, actually.
Seed stage fund. Okay, even more exciting. We don't meet a lot of seed stage investors. So good to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you back from San Francisco.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like international friends. I love that. Okay, so tell me a little bit. Introduce to the world, I guess, Nina Capital, because this is a brand new fund.
Yes, it is brand new. It started this year.
So tell everybody a little bit about what you have going on. How much money do you have? You said you're seed stage. What are you looking for? What's your thesis?
So we invested in the intersection of healthcare and information technology. People call us the digital health fund, which is a fair label, but we love deep technologies. And inside that bucket, we look especially for funders that are driven by solving very tough healthcare needs. We applied a methodology called biodesign, which I've been teaching at Stanford University for about 7 years prior to leaving the States. And essentially what it does is that it educates funders to understand what the technologies are based on the deep understanding of the characteristics of the needs that drive them. So with that philosophy and with that industry focus, we invest very early at the seed stage. We like to be the first venture capitalists on the cap table. We like to syndicate with other investors that like to invest very early. And we have invested in 5 companies so far.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the 5 you've invested in so we get a flavor of what you're looking for.
So first thing you'll notice is that we have strong European focus. So the companies that we invested in are in Italy, in Germany, in Austria, in London. And there is one that was born in Madrid but actually has set up shop in Boston. So it's already crossed the pond and is in the United States. 4 of them have very deep learning models. One of them is a convolutional neural network software. So we like technologies that are software only, but we make exceptions for technologies that have connected sensors as well. So one of our participators is a company that right now, the one is in Boston, has developed an optical sensor for the monitoring of white cells in blood in patients that are immunosuppressed. So we like the fact that this portfolio represents the fact that we're happy to invest anywhere in Europe. We invest in funders that have the ambition to look for global opportunities for their innovations. Especially, obviously, we're strong in the United States, and so we are most keen to invest where we're relevant, and where we're really relevant is that we see that there is an opportunity for those companies to bring their technologies and innovations to markets outside this continent as well.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a series of why questions. Okay, why? Okay, so why is coming out of? I mean, you've taught at Stanford. You're in the heart of Silicon Valley, but your fund, you're focusing on European companies, especially European digital health companies. Why? Yeah. We'll start there.
Well, I'm a trained bio designer, so I'm sensitive to go after needs, and I saw a need. I saw a need to help the digital health community in Europe access early stage capital. As you said, there is a scarcity of those that invest very early at the seed stage. And in this sector especially, I mean, healthcare is very difficult to understand. Information technology, not easy. Talk about the intersection of the two. So there we are, where I saw a gap in the funding cycle, where I saw an opportunity to bring something that was different. And also, I think the trends are changing a little bit. I mean, it's getting kind of expensive to invest in the United States. Whereas here, you have wonderful talent and opportunities that I think are a little bit more I would say reasonable. And coming from the Silicon Valley perspective, it's been a brush of fresh air, and I see tremendous technical and clinical talent. And obviously, Europe is not where the United States is today on some aspects, but it's really working very hard on it. And so I have great hopes.
Okay, my next why is why healthcare and technology? I mean, because there's so many other ways that you can invest in technology in Europe. So why choose healthcare? I mean, you said yourself it's like one of the more challenging areas. I mean, is it the challenge that drew you to it? You're like, I'm going to make this as difficult as possible.
Well, it's the only one I know. I've been in health technology my entire life. So since I started my bachelor in 1999, it's been all about healthcare technology. And I'm a trained engineer. My PhD is in electrical engineering, and so I found in technology my way to make meaningful change in healthcare. So it's never changed.
Okay, my next question is, so the fund is based here in Barcelona. why Barcelona? And I want a good answer to this, because I've heard a lot of talk about Barcelona as one of like the key places for health technology and digital health and innovation in Europe. It's like I always hear Helsinki, Berlin, and Barcelona. Those are the three cities I hear over and over again. But why Barcelona? Like, what is the secret sauce here? And this, I mean, it's gorgeous, obviously. I mean, we've been enjoying the background. Nobody's even watching me, and they're just looking at the background. But give us some insight about the ecosystem here, and what kind of talent and what kind of innovations that are coming out of Barcelona that's so unique.
Okay, well, that's a very heavy question, so I'll try to break it down in pieces. So I made the decision to move in a city where I had never been before. And this for me was a very rational exercise. I'm Italian by birth. I had no relationship to Barcelona prior to deciding that it was a great launching pad for NINA Capital. What attracted me to this place were a few elements that were in my list of criteria. First of all, you cannot make a healthcare community overnight. So I looked for a hub that had a very strong heritage, a healthcare tradition, great hospitals, great research centers, a great community of clinicians and scientists and such. And Barcelona has it. It started with pharma now close to 20 years ago, and then became biotech, and now there is an influx, a community of software developers which is growing, and it's actually tremendous technical talent which is starting to find its way towards the healthcare ecosystem and vice versa. So the two are meeting in the middle, and that's where digital health is born. And so that's very unique in my experience. Not many hubs in Europe have the same strong healthcare tradition as Barcelona has. That's one. Well, second, you pointed out that this one, there are not only efforts, but genuine results at aggregating the community. And I really do believe that there is strength power, not just in the numbers, but also in the strength of the interconnections. And so this is one of the many examples that I can point you to that show that there is a genuine effort for the community coming together. And from that collaboration, from that spirit of learning with each other, there is a great opportunity to de-risk the success of this hub continuing to grow. For me, also, this is selfishly a very easy place, not just to live in, but also to get out of. I invest everywhere in Europe, so that involves a lot of traveling for me, and this is a wonderfully connected community. The airport is very close, and also it's the most Western city where I could be. That made a lot of sense to go to the United States, where I go, as I told you before, very often, where I have venture partners and investment advisors as well. And hi, Matthew, you know who we are. So it works out beautiful for me, and I've been very happy to move here just about 4 months ago.
It's so exciting. And I mean, I thank you very much for walking through the different reasons why Barcelona is really important.
No. Longer, but...
I mean, well, no, but you hit the high points. All right, so Martha, last thing about this, I wanted to get a little bit more detail on the fund itself. So where are you? I mean, you said you're just brand new, and so you've got a strategic roadmap ahead of you that you're trying to fulfill. And so how many more companies are you looking to invest in? How much does the fund have? And then give us a little bit of like if you're out there startup that has X, Y, or Z, get in touch.
Okay, so if you have raised pre-seed angels, maybe a few grants and such, and you're getting ready to start your seed round, find us. If you're trying to find a lead investor or somebody to syndicate with who is willing to write a check for 200 to 400,000 euros, find us. Okay. And all in all, this is our inaugural fund. We have 18 million. For those in Silicon Valley, it's 1.8. So I know it's not a typical Silicon Valley number, but this is how many funds got started, and this is our starting point to invest in just about 20 companies, mostly seed. We do make exceptions for exceptional Series A companies, but we like to come in early, and that's where we hope to meet companies.
Very exciting. So all these European startups out there, this is the face you need to know. You're going to get bombarded from here on out. Sorry. Well, thank you so much for sitting down and introducing us to NINA Capital. It's a pleasure to hear what you're working on. And also really exciting to hear of like a brand new fund focused on seed here in Europe. I'm really excited about that. Congratulations. I'm Jessica DeMassa with WTF Health. Thanks so much for joining us.